Good afternoon, and welcome to our Williams Island TV. Tonight we're going to meet a phenomenal group of people, all new to the island, and some old to the island, not age-wise, but old to the island in terms that they've been here for quite a while, very successfully so. But I want to start out by just thanking everyone for being so cooperative with what's going on with COVID over this last year. And even though it's getting better, we still do have quite a few rules and regulations in place. And later on in the show, we're going to talk about what the new rules are going to be. We have lifted them slightly, but it is important that whatever you can do to help, it will be very, very helpful to us on the island and safe for the people. But right now, I'd like to introduce you to somebody who we are very proud to have part of the family, and his name is Yordanis Benitez.
Thank you.
Yordanis has taken over all of security for the island. He has replaced Dan O'Connell. His second in command, Noel, is a little camera shy, so he doesn't want to be with us this afternoon. But behind the scenes, he's there to make sure that Yordanis does a great job. But I don't know that all of you understand that the magnitude of this job is not only the POA itself, but it also controls the building safety, the building security, all of those security issues that take place within the building itself. And then we also have what's called AMR, which is our emergency medical division, which takes care of all the emergency issues on the island. The purpose of that obviously is if somebody gets hurt, somebody is having heart failure, somebody is having, God forbid, any of the issues, we don't have to wait for 911 to get here. We have our own medical staff. So this is all under the auspices of your new job. So I'd like to introduce you to Yordanis, and he's going to tell us a little about himself, where he comes from, and then after that I have a few questions to ask you.
Not a problem. Thank you so much, Bob, and thank you for having me today. It's been an amazing startup. I mean, going from residents, the visitors, vendors, guests, the entire staff in the island, it's been very, very accommodating and enjoyable. I mean, I've had a few folks that I encounter, from time to time, especially, from my staff or the buildings, and the way they work together. It's just like a big, huge family that pretty much, we just bring the team value and the team morale up to where we want it. Before Williams Island, as you said before, I was working for G4S. I was a district manager, running around 20,000 hours per week, over 300
now, when
employees.
you say, not to interrupt, when you say 20,000 hours a week, that's manpower hours.
Yes, that is
so
correct.
how many people does that relate to that you were managing?
About 370 employees.
Wow.
About
And that's on
370.
multiple different locations?
Multiple different locations. We went from access control to rovers to healthcare. I had 5 hospitals with Tenet and HCA. And the training manuals, the training, stuff that we put together, some of the things that I observe, especially when I do consulting or training the officers, I go after the post orders, the rules and regulations, where some of them say, or 90% of the time you'll see, don't do this, do not allow this, don't press a button to let nobody in. But I'm always thinking, what if? What if that happens? What if someone presses the button, opens the door, and someone gains access without even being authorized to be on site? What do we do now at this point? Do we call the supervisors? Do we alert the managers? Do we alert the 911, the police officers? So those are the little things that put us together, brought us together to create an amazing team that we have.
Well, it's interesting because when we do the interview process, we first spoke with Noel, who's been with us over 25 years, excuse me, and he said because of his own personal life, he doesn't want the total responsibility of running things. However, he does behind the scenes run things. But after that, we had over 100 applicants for this job. And as a credit to you, out of 100 applicants, over 100, you were given this job. And one of the things that I felt in his interview was so important that he said is security and what he does is a passion to him. It's not just a job. And to me, that's really what I believe. If you get up in the morning and you're excited to go to work that particular day and you can't wait to get there and work with your teammates, that's what it's all about. And where did this work ethic come from?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I'm very humble and happy that actually I'm part of this team. And I had to say it about 21 years ago when I started doing security, working overnights. I was probably was like 19 or 20 years old. I do remember that I had so many goals. I was taking criminal justice. I thought about, being a federal agent or working, up in the government. And then little by little, started getting promoted, having a passion for it, creating that passion. At the age of 21, at the airport, when we had about 40 officers, I was promoted to supervisor. And then when I was only 21, and I said, wow, this is really, I think I'm creating a career. And we get it. I mean, we want to get somewhere, but I never thought that security was going to be my strength, actually. And I stayed doing security. And as you said before, it is work ethics, involved in professionalism and trying to work with a team. Always try to find if they have the right tools and resources to succeed. Instead of just going around, with a hammer and be like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. It might give you the tools and resources and their respect and dignity that you deserve to do the job. Those are things.
Well, to me, you have two jobs, because obviously you run the staff, you run the team, and you have to keep them motivated, and you have to keep them upbeat, polite, congenial.
Correct.
However, you have 5,000 residents on the island, and obviously they all have a feeling, they all feel that they should be treated with respect, rightfully so. And therefore, it's not just training someone to do their job, specifically to that job performance,
Correct.
but being polite, being congenial, being friendly, being respectful, because not everyone is going to treat everyone with the same respect. So how do you instill this into your team? Because it's not easy, because obviously people have an entitlement issue on occasion, and you have to put that into consideration in your actions.
Number one is taking pride of the work we do, the service we provide to the community. And we get it. I mean, there's times where you have to educate not only the staff, but also the residents, and let them know this is for your own safety and security. If you're not allowing someone in that is not on a list or that is not on your private list, that you have visitors, there's always a reason behind it where we're making calls, stopping someone. You don't want us to just let someone in, God forbid, what's going to happen once they gain access to the community. So always educating the staff, the residents, and telling them, treat them with respect and dignity, approach, ask the right questions, and always explain it for their own safety and security. This is what we do here, especially if we're doing an access control system like the guardhouses.
Yeah.
And I tell the staff, if you work in a guardhouse, the first thing that should come to your mind is access control. No one's going to go through that gate unless I know where they're going and they're authorized to do so. And so those are the things that we keep bringing here and there on a weekly basis. I visit the guardhouses. I go around. I talk to some of the residents already that they call my line or they see me walking and they ask questions. And that interaction right there is so beautiful because you get to learn from them, and especially the residents, what is it that they need, they want to look for in our security staff.
Have you visited many of the buildings yet since you're here?
I did. All of them. I had the pleasure of meeting almost all the property managers and some of the residents and supervisors. There was only a few because they were not present, they were out on PTO, but I'm making myself available to start, again, one by one.
One by one,
Yes.
yeah, because each one of the buildings has their own personality.
That is correct.
And each one has their own set of rules and regulations. So that's why I say it's a complex job you have, because you have multiple masters to, to support.
Yeah, correct.
Well, I can't welcome you enough, and I can't appreciate how much we do have you here and think the world of you to be here. You have a big job to fill. You have a lot of people here. You protect 5,000 people.
That is correct.
And you've got close to 150 employees that just work for you alone. So we thank you for that, and we look forward to it. We're here to support you. And if anyone has any issues, any questions, any concerns, please contact Yordanis. He's available. His number is available to you all, and he's there for you if you want him to visit your building, if you have security issues, you have board meetings you'd like him to attend. I think it would be a nice idea to have him be introduced to the buildings, to the residents of those buildings.
I think so too, yes.
So with that, I say thank you so much.
Thank you,
We
Bob.
welcome
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much.
And welcome back. And now we have Julie from Love Boat, Pheobe Mishler, our cruise director, our events director, our events coordinator. And I will tell you, when we brought you on, we never dreamt you would be as great as you have become.
Oh,
I mean, you have so far exceeded our expectations, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Of course.
And with that,
thank
why
you.
don't you tell us what's going on, because you have had some amazing things happen this week.
Yes, so this weekend we had our Halloween parties. We had our kids' party. They were all dancing on the dance floor. We had a bunch of activities outside. We had over 100 people come. It was
Really?
really
Wow.
nice. Everyone had a great time. And then last night we had our adults Halloween party.
Uh-huh.
Everyone dressed up. We also had a DJ. People were dancing. We had a nice themed buffet dinner. We had a little costume contest. And we took a bunch of photos, so we'll be sharing those soon.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. And they enjoyed it, I assume.
Yes, it was
Well, I
lots
got
of
some
fun.
preview pictures already of it, and it was
I
looked like a
know.
lot
I
of fun.
saw Mrs. Shelly was
I
here. She
heard.
was dancing, and
Really?
she was.
Oh, uh-huh. We didn't know those
Where were
things.
you?
Well, I was resting.
Oh,
Actually, I'll tell you why, because it's a very quick story. The night before, we are very dear friends, and they take dance lessons. And they invited us to the grand awards for ballroom dancing down at the Doral.
oh, okay.
And I will tell you, I don't know if anyone's ever been to a ballroom dance contest, but the real world class. And it starts at 9:30, but didn't end till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Wow.
And the strength and the stamina of these dancers, that they are dancing hour after hour. And it could be a paso diablo, or it could be a mambo, it could be cha-cha, it could be swing. And they have to do it all. The gowns are amazing. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
in fairness, I didn't get home till 2 in the morning. So I was a
Okay.
little tired.
Well, you were at breakfast early in the morning.
I was at
so-
breakfast. I was at breakfast. I was. And I saw you leave breakfast.
Yes, unfortunately.
But anyway, so what do we have coming up?
So coming up, we have our fall dinner dance party, which is our welcome back party.
Mm-hmm.
We are at max capacity, but we have a waiting list already. So if you haven't made a reservation yet, call and put your spot on the waiting list. And that's the one where we're going to have the Bee Gees. We're having a disco theme, food, drinks, lots of fun.
And what type of food are we having at that event?
We're going to have a nice carving station. We'll have a pasta station, some grab and go bites. It's going to be a really nice variety of
Great.
things.
Great. And is there a cost to the residents?
Yes, it's $35 per person. And that's on Wednesday, November 17th at the tennis court.
Wonderful.
And then let's see, after that we have Thanksgiving, which we do have early reservations available. The later reservations, we are already booked. Everyone wants to come and have
What are the
Thanksgiving.
times of the seatings?
So it's every 30 minutes, starting at 11:30.
Oh, so it's like a luncheon type
Right,
of thing.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have, more of a lunch in the beginning, and then it'll turn to a dinner. All the same food, but
Okay.
we have reservations all day.
Great, great.
And then after that, we have our Hanukkah celebration, because Hanukkah is early this year. We'll be on the tennis courtyard on November 28th. We're going to have flaming donuts, latkes. We have a nice guitarist coming to play some music.
How nice.
So it'll be a nice little get together.
And I understand we have a very special Christmas evening coming up.
Yes.
What night is that?
December 11th, which is a
And we
Saturday.
have some special guest stars for that, don't we? We have Ms. Karrie from the spa, who will be entertaining us with beautiful Christmas music with her flute. And we happen to have, and this is amazing because I heard him play the other day, a dishwasher who not only plays the piano off the charts amazing, but he has quite a voice.
Yep, Ron. He
Ron.
is really great.
Yep, so
He'll
he's
be
going to be
joining.
there, and then there'll be others, of course. Arlene, as I understand, going to do a few songs for us. And Phoebe is going to read some Christmas poems.
Okay.
But
can do
it's
that.
what we want to do is we want to create a beautiful evening on the island of that night. We're going to have some of
Yes.
our own people entertaining, musical, and just a nice, warm, friendly island event to celebrate Christmas holidays coming up.
Yes, that'll be 5:00 p.m.
Great.
And we'll be sending out flyers in a little bit for that. We're working on it right now.
And that will be free of charge to the island.
Yes.
Great. And we'll have, I think, what, hors d'oeuvres and drinks on that?
Some hors d'oeuvres, some champagne as they enter, but it'll be really nice.
And what are we doing for New Year's Eve?
For New Year's Eve, we're having a Gatsby 20s theme. It'll start with a little cocktail hour with past hors d'oeuvres and drinks. Then we'll move into the ballroom for a plated dinner. Then we're gonna move outside to the pool where we're having they call it a DJ fusion band. So it's gonna be a 5-piece band with a DJ. So they'll be playing the live music with the DJ. And we'll have also a screen out there with the ball drop. So we'll be able to show that on the out on the pool deck. And it's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to it.
And then, of course, next year we have quite a bit coming up, don't we?
Yes, I haven't even gotten there
Okay,
yet.
so we won't take you past this year. I think we
Yes.
have enough coming up for the next few months.
And we also have a Christmas Eve dinner
Okay.
and Christmas Day brunch, which we'll be sending out flyers for that soon as well.
So as you can see, Pheobe is quite busy.
Yes,
To say the least.
very busy.
Well, anything else you want to keep us up to date with?
No, I think that's it.
Now, unfortunately for Pheobe, she has been doing all this amazing work, and as you know, Robert, our food and beverage director, has moved on and gotten a wonderful opportunity, and he took it. So we have somebody that I'm going to introduce you to now who will have to inherit all of these events that you've had.
Yes.
And
Hope
he's
he's
coming
ready.
new to the island, and he's being inaugurated into this event of yours. So now who's going to be the boss of all this now? Looks like you're going to be his boss for a while.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yes.
Well, anyway, I thank you so much. It's amazing what you're doing, and I can't
Thank
thank you
you.
enough.
Of
And
course.
as you hear, between now and the end of the year, there is so much going on for the island, and that's what we want. That's what Williams Island is all about. It's all about family. And thank you, Pheobe, so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, and welcome back. And you heard all of the events coming up with Pheobe, and I want to introduce you now to our new, and I'm going to use a title that we've never used here before, and in a little while I'm going to go into why we're using this title for this gentleman, and it's called Vice President of Hospitality / Food and Beverage, for a better word for it, but more importantly, the hospitality is a very critical component of food and beverage on an island because it encompasses almost all of the cultures that we experience throughout the island. And I will tell you, and I'm going to let Kanat explain it to you, we have in our, I say, fortunate luck, have somebody with us who brings to us a culture, a experience, a lifestyle vision that has been something that we've been looking for on the island for many, many years. Culture to us is the most important issue that we have on the island. It's not just about a hamburger, it's not just about an event, it's not just about what you put on a plate, it's about the way it's presented, it's the way the people are treated, it's the way they're greeted when they come in, it's the way they feel when they leave. It's the ambience of it all. It's like when we sell a home, we don't sell a bedroom, we sell lifestyle. And the reason we felt this was the perfect match for Williams Island is with it, he brings lifestyle to this island. So, Kanat, welcome.
Thank you.
Kanat comes to us from an amazing background, and I'm going to let you explain a little about your experiences and where you've come from and what you've accomplished.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shelly. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity and for the Williams Island for giving me this opportunity to become part of your family. And my background is Ritz-Carlton and Omni Hotels, and Lowe's Hotels, different types of hotels and luxury resorts, and also helping opening the hotels, going to different places, very exquisite and interesting places in the world, and helping them open and doing philosophy trainings for the team, and also making sure that the operational processes are in place at the same time. By doing this, I was actually exposed to a variety of different cultures and understanding how the cultures of different people and with the different backgrounds make the business more valuable and more productive and more unique. And also, I was exposed to different types of responsibilities during my tenure with different hotels and resorts. And these are front office, housekeeping, facilities, and engineering departments, and different areas of the hotels, and which makes myself actually become more highly valuable when it comes to explaining and resolving more complex situations in the resort. So I'm here, and I will do my best with the team, with working close with our partners, with the rest of the departments, of course, and making sure that we have the same principles, we have the vision, and delivering the world-class experience for our residents and members and guests.
You know, and I thank you. People talk about we're a country club, we're a club with amenities, we're an HOA, we're a POA, and you can go on and on with all the kinds of names that we think we are, we're called what we are. And then you come from a hotel background where you have every few days a new 1,000 people come in the doors and another 1,000 leave. But at the end of the day, it's all the same, isn't it?
It's hospitality.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's instilled, it's in your genes. Regardless of you meet someone for once or second time, or you meet them all the time, it's the hospitality, the way you treat them, it's your demeanor, your mood, it's in your genes.
So people say, what does a food and beverage director do? And it's, you know, it's a common question because most people, they go into a restaurant, they have something to eat and it's a nice meal and they leave. But I associate that with a Broadway show. People sit down, they go to a Broadway show, they go to a concert. They don't want to know what's going on behind the scenes. They don't want to know what's happening to get to that point. Mm-hmm. They only want to know when the curtain goes up, it's the first time they've ever seen that show, it's opening night, and it's almost like every time somebody walks into your restaurant, it's opening night for that person.
It is
It
absolutely,
can't be complacent.
It is very well said, yes. Food and beverage is like a show, actually.
Yes.
Everything is happening behind the stage. We call it heart of the house. It's the back of the house. So the food and beverage director's responsibility is to make sure all of these duties are assigned to the ladies and gentlemen are going in without any mistakes, and making sure the heart of the house and the front of the house working in collaboration and making sure the agenda and assignment gets done. And the assignment that we're talking about is actually the experience that we just mentioned at the beginning of our conversation. It's the experience. As soon as the member or the resident or guest arrives at the restaurant, how they feel, what they see in the restaurant, the taste, the menu, the touch, all the touch points of the restaurant, the lights, the music, everything is a show, right? And it's very important that they feel and they really understand and leave with the right experience. Have a nice, good, fond farewell at the end. So it is all a show. But as a director of food and beverage, you have to make sure that all of this is done behind the curtain, making sure that our guests and residents just see the final version of it.
So coming from the Ritz-Carlton, who has extremely stringent rules, regulations, and quality controls and hospitality training, you've gone through it. Obviously, you said that you've gone around the country opening Ritz-Carltons. Tell us how you bring that to Williams Island, because that's very exciting for us, because it takes us, not because things haven't been good, but now we take it to a different level.
Of course.
How do you retrain and train people to that culture?
Well, over the next few weeks, and I will be working close with our operations teams side by side, understanding, observing the floor, the service sequence of service on the floor, the menus, the concept, and how we're behaving in front of the house and also the heart of the house, how we're collaborating with the culinary team, and is the menu, the theme concept is actually really is the concept that we're supposed to have in front of the house. Is the menu really matching the concept? I'm going to be learning and observing all of these things, with, of course, with the help of the rest of the team. And after that, we will have to understand our philosophy, the concept, the theme, where we are and where we're headed to. We have to create a clear vision for ourselves and also for the ladies and gentlemen that are working on the floor, who's going to be actually delivering and conveying that message to the guests and residents and members at the same time. To do that, we have to make sure that we are, as leaders, are approachable and actually understand and clearly deliver that message to the ladies and gentlemen, the team members first. And creating different types of trainings, of course. It would be classroom trainings, actually doing role plays behind the house before we go out in front of the guests, making sure all the menus are done properly with matching the theme and the concept, and also constantly checking and spot checking all the ladies and gentlemen, and also the menus, and also the food going out to the tables, every little things. Food and beverage is extremely detailed. So every area, I can write a book about just a salt and pepper shaker, the concept and also the training process for that.
You know, somebody once told me in the food and beverage industry that if you watch a table, the table talks to you.
Absolutely.
It tells you it's missing a salt and pepper shake, it's missing sugar, somebody needs more coffee on the table, there's a dirty dish on the table. And he says almost like the table is one that tells you how you have to handle that table.
Absolutely. The experienced server or experienced restaurant manager should be able to read the table, should be able to read the cues and the gests of the guest immediately without even having them ask or request anything. So they should be able to provide that. We call that an anticipatory service as well. So, but actually the table, like as you had mentioned, if there's something missing, that should be actually taken care of before even the service, before the guest gets there.
So going back to what I said when I introduced you and I talked about the Vice President of Hospitality, as you can understand from the experiences of Kanat working with the chain of obviously the Ritz-Carlton chain and the Lowe's Hotel and so on and so forth, you come from a culture, and you come from that culture where you train the people. It's not just in the food and beverage department, it's throughout the entire operation of the property.
Yes.
And the excitement that I look forward to sharing and that you'll be sharing with us is once we take care of food and beverage, it's not that you're stopping it, but you're going to work with our department heads, because really culture has to go into every department, whether it's cars, automobiles, whether it's the valet service, the spa service, tennis, wherever it might be. I think it's the culture that we all present. You go to Disney World, every single employee treats you the same way.
Absolutely. The service culture has to be aligned in all phases of the operation, including the restaurant, the bars, like you had mentioned, the engineering department or the housekeeping department or the security guard or even the gentleman who's going to be cleaning the windows should be able to follow the same principles and same vision as the other gentleman who would be serving in front of the house next to the table. So we're going to strengthen the service culture, definitely.
And I understand you're looking for an executive chef now.
Absolutely. Yes.
So that will probably take care of a lot of consistency and quality controls. And
very important, very important, very crucial position to create the consistency, to bring the philosophy, and also to make sure that we have a brand, right, for the identity for the menu and also for the restaurant.
Well, you know, somebody asked me that, and it's true. You talk about identity. We can't be all things to all people as much as we would like to be. So I guess what do? You create an identity based on what you see on the demographics.
Based on the demographics, based on the feedback from our residents and members. It's an evolving process as well. We would like to make sure that we receive the feedback from our residents and members. This is a restaurant. It is not my own preferences. It's not our chef's own preference or favorite dishes that he would like to put in. We would like to make sure that everyone enjoys that menu. Everyone enjoys what we have. Make sure that that menu is processed accordingly.
And you know, it's interesting because we're doing a survey now for the whole island.
I heard, yes.
And it's so critical, and it's a good segue to go into that because we're getting a response, a fairly good response, but we need more because you will need that response.
Absolutely.
The spa will need that response. Everybody is going to need that response, especially when we start designing our new food and beverage operation here in the clubhouse and the pool. What do people want? What do they expect? What kind of food do they want? What kind of entertainment do they want? What kind of spa elections do they have?
Or beverage at the bar.
So
yes.
It's so critical that you respond to that survey, take a few minutes to do it, because it helps all of us, all the department heads, in ensuring that we are giving the people what they want.
Exactly. We would highly appreciate that feedback, yes.
Because you said something very true. It's not what you want.
It is not, absolutely.
Right. It's what people want, and you're here to do that.
And make sure it is done to perfection.
Perfection.
It doesn't have to be very complex, but it has to be done perfection.
And I take it you're a perfectionist if I read you correctly. I don't think you settle for mediocrity.
No, not where we are.
No. Well, I can't tell you how much we are thrilled and excited to have you here. I know all the department heads are looking to work with you. Your professionalism, your abilities just speak for themselves.
I can't wait to work with the team.
And today is Kanat's first day here. So obviously we can't ask you what you think, but I would say probably we'll start to see changes, I say, with 60 to 90 days.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Well,
I'm really excited.
We are here to do anything you need.
Thank you.
Our COO, our staff, everybody's here for you.
I hope to see everyone in person at the restaurant.
You will. Trust me, you will.
Looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Thank you
Thank you so much for joining us. And I think you'll appreciate why Kanat is here with us now. And I think you've seen with Yordanis, with little Julie, our hospitality queen, and now Kanat. And of course, we're going to hear from our favorite person, Karrie, very shortly to tell us all about the spa and what's going on with that. But Kanat, I thank you so much, and I can't thank you enough for joining us. And we look forward to all the great things you're going to do for us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And welcome back. And now we have our favorite spa director, our exercise queen, our director of health and fitness, and soon to be the biostation queen.
Yes.
So welcome, Karrie.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
And tell us all of what's going on, because I know you have some cute events that you want me to be part of.
I do, absolutely. So our annual turkey trot is coming up on Thanksgiving, 8 a.m. It's a 5K run and walk starting at 8. It's also a color run. So make sure that you come ready to be colored by our color people on the side. You have 3 loops, so the color will be coming at you at the same place every single time. So we encourage you to wear a white shirt and get covered from head to toe. It's only cornstarch, but it makes the run a lot more fun. Then we have a youth run, our annual youth run, starting at 9:15, which is a 1K run down and back, same route as the last several years. So this is 13 years and under. We'll split them up into groups and have a youth run. Then for the very first time, we have a diaper dash. So what is a diaper dash?
And that's what you want me in, is that what you're trying to tell me?
And that's what I want you in,
There you go.
absolutely. So a diaper dash is for toddlers that crawl. They crawl, they're not gonna run, they're just gonna be on all fours. It's a 15-foot race lane in a straight line, with a parent at the beginning, a parent at the end, and then whoever gets across
and
the
I want
dance
to know
floor
what the
first.
prize is.
That's
bottle?
a secret.
A baby bottle?
That's a secret. We're working on
Oh.
it. We're working on the prize. But anyway, so we'll have a DJ, we'll have food, we'll have music. It's always a great time. Please bring your family, your guests. We want everyone, especially this year. Last year, everyone was like masked and separated and so forth. If you feel free to wear your mask if you want, but it is not a mandatory condition of the race. And so we'll start at 8 a.m. Race pickup will start at 7 a.m. at the parking lot of Med Village.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. So come, we'll have tables by alphabet of your last name. You'll come get your shirt. The shirts are fabulous this year, as always, created by our amazing marketing team. Arlene and Stefan did a great job on our shirts this year, and it should be a great time. So that's Thanksgiving.
So which event am I in?
You're you're in the 5K.
The 5K.
You're in the 5K.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I can put my diaper away.
You can put your diaper away. Okay. And then we have the Spala Day. We have the
That's
Spala
what
Day party.
I want to hear about that.
The best party on the island is the Spala Day party. We know how to put together a great party. It's an annual event. Of course, we skipped it last year, so we're very excited to have it this year. It's on December 9th, Thursday from 6 to 8:30. It is all that glitters, so please put on your glitter.
Oh.
It is, there's a maximum of 200 people that are allowed. Typically we have 400, but because of COVID and we want people to feel comfortable, we have a couple more rooms open within the spa, so there's more places for you to go. We will enter through the back of the house, so through laundry, by the PO8 parking by tennis. We will come through there with very special entertainment. It's just going to be a blast. I don't want to spoil any of the surprises, but you will come through the back of the house. You have to have your bracelet, so sign up already started on Saturday. I think we're at least 50% capacity, if not more. So if you want to sign up, you need to do so right away. We will have a waiting list as well. You'll get your bracelets at your building, and then you'll come in the back door.
Okay. And in terms of the new policies that we have in, because I wanted to talk a little bit while you're here.
Okay.
if there's an event on the island, not only yours, any of these island events that we're talking about, vaccination proof will be mandatory, or mask wear will be mandatory. So if you have been vaccinated, there's no need to wear the mask. If you want to, of course, you can. But if you have not been vaccinated, then you must wear a mask to come into the events, unfortunately, because we still have to protect the island.
Sure.
In terms of our staffing in the spa, if the instructors have not been vaccinated, then they will be wearing masks.
Correct.
And I believe almost all of them, except for 1 or 2, maybe 3, have not been. But
Right.
it looks like most of them have. So we're trying to accommodate it and make it more acceptable to work out and train without having the mask. But it's discretionary. You can wear them if you wish to, and if you feel comfortable with it, please, by all means, that's always open. How's the camp going, and how's the children's programs going?
Children's program's going very well. We have a lot of little swimmers at the Island Club pool on Monday and Wednesdays. And then Michael Kaplan's been doing very well with our martial arts program. He throws in a little self-defense and some other philosophies of martial arts. So that is on Mondays and Thursdays. That will run through the middle of December. Amanda's program is all year round. So if you want your child to swim from an infant and then all the way up through adult, she is a fantastic swim instructor, very safety conscious. She's been with us for about 5 years. She's wonderful.
That's great. And Karrie will be part of our Christmas evening show.
Yes.
Now, and we weren't joking around. Karrie is quite an accomplished flat player.
Thank you.
And she will be entertaining us. I don't know how many songs. I'm not involved with that.
Okay.
But I do know that you will be entertaining us.
Yes.
Somewhat so.
Yeah.
But how do you keep up with all this and still teach classes and still do all these other things you do?
It's fun. I absolutely love everything that's going on in the spa. I think it's like the best place, best job ever.
You know, it's interesting because we just heard from Kanat, and he brings his culture and such, and when people get up in the morning, you want them to love what they come to. This is the perfect example. You are, without a doubt. I've never seen anyone with energy like yours, with the enthusiasm, with the excitement, and you bring that to the people. And your staff has that too.
I have a wonderful staff. I have a great staff.
I mean, the fact that I go to Pilates 3 days a week is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what could be better, right? So you work on your inside beauty, right? From exercise and weight training and all of the classes that we have. Jackie Eshet does a great job putting our class program together. And then you work on the outside as well with all of our services that we have, massages and facials. We're bringing on body contouring. We have so much planned, and then of course the biostation.
And that's what I want to ask you. That's
Yeah.
right around the corner now.
Right around the corner. I can't believe it's actually
This is her
coming.
baby, and tell us about it, because I know it's coming literally within a few weeks now.
Yeah, by November 19th, before Thanksgiving, the biostation construction should be finished.
Yes.
It'll be absolutely beautiful. They have a great design going on. But it's a medical spa, so you can talk to them about services that you would like under the care of a physician. They have about 5 medical physicians on board. And so anywhere from sexual health to optimizing the best that you can be. It's more proactive than reactive, right? So you're not going there if something necessarily is wrong with you or you're not feeling well, but this is to feel better. So if you want more energy and all the plethora of things that fall under that.
And you
that
know,
would be-
and you're right, but I think what this really is, you know, they call these places, a lot of places are called longevity centers. And I don't really believe that's exactly what this is. What I call this is a quality of life center.
Sure.
Because what it's really doing is it's taking any of us at any age and giving us the energy, the stamina, the metabolic increases, whatever you want to call it, to enjoy life and have the stamina to enjoy life more and to do what you do in the spa more. So I think that's going to be very exciting to what this offers. And by the way, this is something for everyone.
Right,
It's not, you don't have
absolutely.
to do all of the above.
Right.
This is something, it's around the area. There's about 4 or 5 of these that have opened. I've visited them personally to see what's involved, and it is truly one of the most professionally run operations under medical care. Doctors are running the operation. But I think it's going to be a wonderful addition because, as you said, it's not just building muscles and exercising, it's what's going on inside that's just
Right.
as important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're right, everyone has different wants and goals, and the way that they talk to you, they do a consultation and blood draws and really try to figure out what they can do for you. It's not a packaged program, right? It's completely individual, it's customized. So
Exactly.
I'm very excited to have this as part of our program here.
Well, as always, you're amazing. What you do
Thanks,
is
Bob.
amazing, and what you bring to the island is amazing.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, we've heard our new security director coming on and what his intentions, what he's going to be doing. We have our coordinator of all the events we have on the island, which is a plethora of things that we have coming up. We have Kanat, who is now joining us in food and beverage, and it will only enhance the culture, the food, the quality to a level we haven't been. But the island itself, between the level of the board that we have, the involvement of the board we have, how amazingly supportive they've been to all of the events and all of the programs we have. And let's not forget, we have tremendous capital improvements going on. The excitement is we are actually going in for permit on quite a few of the projects in the next week, 10 days. We will be breaking ground on almost all of them sometime in the first or second quarter of 22. And these are all going on. They're all going to be enhancing the island, whether it's new food and beverage operations, a new pool area, new snack bar, new corporate offices. We're enlarging the deli. We're enlarging our office space. We're enlarging our tennis pro shop. We're air conditioning the exterior areas of the building itself. We are adding gazebos outside for kitchens and outdoor cooking and outdoor events, all without one penny of assessment to you as residents. So I can't thank the board enough for being so aware of the needs of the island many years ago, so we were able to prepare to have all these improvements going on. And this is all not something that will be a dream come true. It's going to be a reality that's starting almost immediately. So I can't thank the board enough. I can't thank the staff enough. But I will tell you that over the next year to 18 months, you are going to see such amazing changes to this island. And we just want to keep taking it to the next level, enhancing it. And with the team we now have and the quality of the people we have, such as Karrie, I mean, it's just, what more could we ask for? And I just thank you all for enjoying your island. We're here for you. The board is here for you. Our staff is here for you. And just hold on to your seats because you are in for one hell of a ride coming up the next 2 years. Enjoy, stay healthy, and again, happy holiday to all of you. Thank you so much.